Hi, and welcome back to the 40-day upload challenge and embracing the race. Back in my cozy chair on this rainy day, wearing glasses because I'm having allergies, I think. So, had to take my contacts out. My eyes were getting a little irritated. So, rainy day, but it's a perfect day for doing stuff like this, cozy in this chair. Today is day 33. And the devotion is called He Knows Your Stats. We runners love to talk about our pace and what we finished this race in, so I thought this was a pretty good one. The verse she starts off with is Psalm 139, verses 3 through 4. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. So she starts off talking about how a lot of us, we have some sort of device that we use to track our runs and our workouts. And I'm a Garmin girl. I have a 645 music, which I love because I'm able to put whenever I'm doing a race and I have my playlist, I put it right on here. I don't have to carry my phone or anything. I just have my watch, my aftershocks, and I run. So I love my Garmin. Some people use Fitbits. She says that she uses a Fitbit in here. But we love to track our steps, track our workouts. She said the Fitbit will help track your calorie consumption, your flights of stairs climbed, all that. A lot of runners, we love the numbers. And she goes on to relate this to how God, in all his infinite power and knowledge, knows everything about each and every person. He knows the steps we've traveled, the number of hairs on our head, when we lie down, in our words even before we speak them. And she shares a verse from Hebrews chapter 4, verse 13. Nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight. Everything is uncovered and laid bare before the eyes of him to whom we must give account. And she also talks about how, obviously the outward stuff God sees, but he also sees inward. He sees our heart. He sees our mind. And I know I've mentioned this before, how the fact that God is all-knowing, sometimes people are like, that freaks them out a little bit. But I feel, and she mentions this in here, that it actually brings us comfort, knowing that, he's going to see all the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that. He knows everything about us. He knows what we're afraid of. He knows our worries, our anxieties. And he wants us to bring that to him. He already knows. We're not telling him or showing him anything new. Nothing is a surprise to him. And perhaps the most amazing part of all of that, and she shares this at the end, is that despite all of that he sees, that he loves us anyway. Sent his son to die for us. And when Jesus was hanging on that cross, he was hanging there for every single person that has come, is here, and will come. He died for all of us. And he wanted to spend eternity with us forever. And that's just the most amazing love that anyone could give. And so that's really appropriate as we're coming up on Easter. So just an amazing, amazing truth that he sees all of it and he loves us anyway. All right, questions. Take a moment and embrace the fact that God knows everything about your life. Is there an area of your life you tried to hide from him? No, I've never really tried to hide. I know I can't hide anything from God. The closest would be, and I've talked about this before, that period of time where I wasn't making the best decisions, and so I wasn't staying in his word because I knew I would get convicted if I read it, and it just wasn't going to be a fun thing, I wasn't really hiding, though. That was just ignoring, I guess, is probably more the word. But yeah, I'm well aware that I cannot hide from God. Reflect on today's scriptures and allow God's powerful presence to penetrate every area of your heart. The next time you charge your favorite device, let it be a reminder to you of God's power. It's infinite, and it's truly an amazing thing. There is a This made me, I don't know why this popped into my head, but it's there for a reason, so I'm going to share it. If you haven't seen it, you should go see the Jeremy Camp movie, I Still Believe. Because that whole story, Melissa's story, is such a good one. But there's a scene in the movie, and, you know, I don't know if she actually said this in real life. I mean, she totally could have. This may be movie embellishment, but it's still, what she says is still true. They're on one of their first dates, and they're at a planetarium type thing, and they're got the stars up in the ceiling and talking about the stars, and she's saying how all of that in the sky, the planets, solar systems, all of that beauty that we see in the night sky, he created. And how much more we mean to God than even all of that beauty that he created, and that he has this very special plan specifically for me. And we talked about that a few days ago, how we all have different paths. It's all unique. No two people are going to have the same life. God has something very unique just for me and just for you. I mean, he created all of our creation's beauty, but we're the most important thing to him. He died for us. He didn't die for creation. He died for us. And it's a wonderful thing. She closes with a verse from Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 21. For a man's ways are in full view of the Lord, and he examines all his paths. Yep. It's good. Kind of a shorter one today, but still a truly amazing message. And I underlined it in here. You can see it. He loves us anyway. So remember that, especially as we're coming up on Easter here, and what Easter represents is that he died for our sins so that we don't have to, and we can spend eternity with him because he defeated death. So I hope everyone's having a good day, and if you're having a dreary day like we are here, that you use it just to relax. Take some time. I have my coffee. Always have coffee right here. And I hope everyone is doing very well, and I will see you tomorrow, ever closer to day 40.